Hello guys, today I'll be giving you a versus video, and I've already done one already where I did Atonement by Queensryche Engage versus Shaped by Fire by As I Lay Dying, but now in my previous video I did mention that that CD pickup video would be my last video before Christmas. Correction, it'll be this one. Someone recently gave me the video idea of comparing these albums, and I just had to do it because these two albums made it to my top 10 list of my favorite albums of the year. So, and also if you haven't seen my top 10 list of my favorite albums of the year, definitely check it out after this video. But anyways, so today I'll be doing a versus video, which will be Distance Over Time versus The Verdict. So before I give my thoughts on all that, I do want to show you what I got from these albums. So I do have a physical copy of The Verdict. It's a digipack, and my name is in the liner notes too. And if I remember correctly, it's towards the second half of those list of names, and those names, if you don't know, are towards the end of the booklet. But also, I have this signed puzzle piece, which was only sold on Pledge Music, I believe. And I can't remember how much it was, but I'm glad I own it though. It's signed by all band members of the current lineup, so definitely had to get it. It's from the artwork of the album, but yeah, definitely glad to own it. And for Distance Over Time, I have this art book here, and with this art book, you get 4 discs, and I'll go ahead and show you guys these discs. That's what they look like. You have the main album, you have instrumentals, and you have a DVD and a Blu-ray. I haven't checked out the DVD or Blu-ray yet, but I will have to do that at some point though. But just to cut to the chase, I personally enjoy The Verdict more than Distance Over Time. Now keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion. My opinion can change on all this anytime. There might be days where I prefer Distance Over Time, and there might be days where I prefer The Verdict. But for now, I'm going to have to go with The Verdict. And the main reason why is really because I just seem to go back to more songs on The Verdict than songs on Distance Over Time. But don't get me wrong, I still go back to many songs on Distance Over Time though. Distance Over Time does have many great songs, and maybe some of their strongest songs that they've done so far with this modern era with Mike Mangini in the band. Just to name a few songs that are my favorites, you have Pale Blue Dot. Now, I do remember when people were reviewing this album, I remember some people comparing At Wit's End and Pale Blue Dot and talking about which song is better, because since that they were the longest songs on the album. But for me, I'm gonna have to go with Pale Blue Dot. I don't know, I just think it's a really intriguing song, lyrically intriguing too. But also that middle section is just so good. Also has some pretty impressive drum work from Mike Mangini, especially in that middle section. But you also have S2N, which is one of my favorite songs on the album, and maybe one of my favorites of the songs we've gotten so far with Mike Mangini in the band, which is maybe not a popular thing to say, but I don't know, I really love that song. It's really catchy, and I really like the bass work from John Myung. You also have Fall Into the Light, which is probably my favorite of the singles, really catchy, and I love that keyboard action towards the end of the song. But yeah, you also have Barstool Warrior. Probably has some of the best melodies on the album. I really love that song. But yeah, Distance Over Time, still a great album. You do have a few songs, maybe 2 or 3 songs that are really maybe only okay or average-ish, like Room 137 or Out of Reach, but even those songs are good too. But with The Verdict, that album does have its fair share of strong songs, like Portrait, which has some really intriguing melodies and atmosphere, and I think it might go down as one of the most underrated songs. I really enjoy that song, and it's just a strong album closer in my opinion. And you also have Launder the Conscience, and you have Bent, which is one of my favorites on the album. You also have Blood of the Levant and Man the Machine. Now, when Man the Machine came out, my bias meter went through the roof, so I was really loving that song, because the first time I heard it, I was on campus, just in the library, listening to it nonstop. Can't remember how many times I replayed that song, but it was a lot though. And you also have Light Years, which is another excellent song, and I can see why they'd choose that song as one of the singles. And you also have Propaganda Fashion, Dark Reverie. There's a lot of great songs on The Verdict. But anyways, just to sum it up, which album do I enjoy more is The Verdict. And again, it's because I go back to more songs on that album. And the point of this video is to talk about which album I enjoy more, not which album I think is better. This is more about the enjoyment thing, not the overall better album in terms of like quality or musicianship or whatever. This is just about which album I enjoy more. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on all this. Which album do you enjoy more? Let me know some of your favorite or least favorite songs on the album and all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and a like, subscribe, have a nice day, and take care.